Good evening. Dozens of recreational vehicles rolled into Lee Park Campground this weekend, but they're not your average RV. They're called bowlers. Enthusiasts made their way to the 12th annual Prairie Egg Gathering outside of Marwayne to show off their vintage trailers. Annika Notfate has more.
Bowlers are strewn all around the campground, from a Rider Pride RV to a classic red one. The Prairie Egg Gathering includes trailers and colors of all sorts. Showing off their vintage trailers is only one of the reasons people meet for the weekend. For Marianne Taylor and Andrew Depish, they say it's the connections they make that has kept them coming back for the past 8 years.
Well, we like the people. They all have the similar interests as we do. We get some really good ideas on changes we can make. And over time, you get to know them too, so you have that friendship, that relationship.
Prairie Egg Gathering is an annual social gathering of RV enthusiasts and owners. It brings people from across Canada. A lot of people have been here year after year. It creates a sense of camaraderie. It's like visiting up with old friends. It's like having a family reunion, basically.
And these aren't your average trailers. They are made of fiberglass, giving them a vintage quality.
The regular RVs are probably made out of wood and covered with aluminum, where these are built out of fiberglass. The majority of the ones you see here were from the 70s, 80s. They do make new ones, but the bulk of the ones you would see in the gathering here, maybe 5-10% are modern.
People come from all across Canada to be a part of the weekend. Chris Manzik is attending for the first time all the way from Winnipeg.
I actually heard about it through a trailer show we do in Manitoba. They were handing out some cards, so I figured I'd come down here and check it out, see how you guys do it in Alberta.
Owners have made a hobby of updating trailers however they want, but they aren't very big and can be challenging for long family trips.
Worst was traveling with 2 children and ourselves for 2 weeks on one of our very first trips, so it got a little tight, a little close in there.
But even with the difficulties on the road, Andrew Depish says it's worth it coming back year after year.
It's exciting to see the community grow, and I like to bring my guitar and join other musicians, so there's that aspect too. So
there's no pre-registration for RV owners, and the grounds are open to the public all weekend. Annika Notfate, Newcap News.
The Bar Colony Heritage Center is going Hollywood as they prepare to host their first movie matinee in honor of the Fakes and Forgeries exhibit. Starting at 2 p.m. tomorrow, the Imhoff Theater will show Catch Me If You Can, based on the real-life story of the hunt of a famous imposter. Organizers say it adds to the exhibit's experience.
We do have some forged currency in our exhibit as well, some artifacts and collectibles, and so folks can view the exhibit and then learn more about counterfeiting through the film.
And there's plenty to see and do as the Bar Colony invites people to get hands-on with the exhibit and try to guess what's real and what's not.
That's one we thought was real, and it was fake because it was, we thought it was because of the broken.
There's pirated computer software and DVDs, there's clothing, purses, that sort of thing. There's collectibles, there's antiques, and sculptures.
Now, a second showing of Catch Me If You Can will play on August 18th, and August 11th will feature the movie How to Steal a Million. The Fakes and Forgeries exhibit will be open until the end of August. Regular admission rates apply. For more information, you can go to Lloydminster.ca. Moses joins me now for our first look at sports. So it was a rivalry renewed between the Xtreme and the Vermilion Roar.
And there was a lot of contentious infighting between those two clubs. It's been a great matchup between them all season. Of course, 1-1-1 to go during the regular season, a win, loss, and tie. And they, of course, met in the Junior B Northeast Final. Now, due to the setup at the Vermilion Fair, they had to play at the multiplex in Wainwright last night. So to the Peace Memorial multiplex we go. We pick it up 5-4 Xtreme in the second. Matthew McMinnis beats Jess Robinson, and we're now tied up at 5 apiece. Right off the initial face-off, Corey Rowe, well, you see on the right side of your screen, he gets it in the midsection. He'd be down for several minutes. He gets carried off with the help of his teammates. Now under 2 minutes to go in the second, Xtreme take the lead. Ty Kopsar with the beautiful spin move around the defender and over the shoulder of the keeper. Kopsar with the hot hand in these playoffs. He made it 6-5. Vermilion, though, roars back. It's 9-6 in the third, courtesy of McMinnis beating Robinson far side. But the Xtreme don't back down. Captain Brant McAllister leads by example, beating two defenders and scores. 34 seconds later, it's McAllister again, faking one way around McMinnis. And then he pots home his second of the period. Xtreme trailing by 1, 9 seconds after that. Kyle finds the back of the net. The Xtreme scoring in bunches. We're tied up at 9. With just under 5 minutes of regulation, tied at 10, Chase Carlson will rifle it near post. Roar now up front, once again 11-10. Didn't last long. Brandon Peterson equalizes, shakes off a defender and beats Colton Katuski. The seesaw battle continues, 11-11 after 3 periods, so to overtime. Big collision here at center court. James Smith pass to McAllister. He gets rocked by Brian Simmons, laying motionless. He would get up under his own power and would stay in the game, and that was big because with under 3 to play, with the Roar up 12-11, McAllister collects the loose ball and makes no mistake. We're tied up once again. I'm sounding like a broken record here, but just 20 seconds later. There you have it. Colby Bowman punched Vermilion's ticket to the Jim Andrews North Conference Final by a score of 13-12. I promise you no ties here in this one. All right, we'll switch gears and head back to the border city. The Lloydminster men's Reapers rugby team were thought to be in tough against the B team 2 weeks ago. The Reapers were beat soundly by the Oats A squad. Even Reapers head coach Dean Murten was saying it was going to be a tough matchup, but after you watch these highlights, it may seem that Murten and company were simply playing possum. It was also Murten's final game as Reapers coach. There was a lot on the minds of the players. We pick it up late in the first half. Reapers up 36-0. Yes, I said that right. Jesse Belanger, his second try of the half. Conversion was good, 43-zip. The Reapers aren't even close to being done. Courtesy, the man with 2 first names, Mitch John. Fakes a toss, scampers in for another major. As time expires, they would extend their lead 53-0 at the half. After the restart, Reapers continue the onslaught. Sorrel Potgetter punching it in, making it 58-0. They would go on to win by a score of 83-5, a great way to send their coach out on a high note.
It was fantastic, and we defended extremely well, and we defended with energy, and that's what I'd ask the boys to do, just get out wide, defend wide, and they did that.
It was perfect all around. The forwards actually fronted up for better than 2 weeks ago, and everything went to plan. Overall, 1-15, 1-22, boys coming off the bench, perfect. Can't say anything bad about anyone today.
As we mentioned in the highlights, this was the last hurrah for Dean Murten as coach of the Reapers. We caught up with him after the game and got his thoughts on leaving the club and what's in store for his future.
Put some width in it, guys, all together.
It's good to finish on a high. It's going to be a big challenge for me. I'm sad to leave these guys because they've been good to me and I've enjoyed it. But now they just have to move on, and they've shown what they can do now. So, yeah, it's time to move on for me and develop as a coach as well.
It is sad to lose Dean. He's done a lot for the team, brought on the new boys, and it's obviously going to be a big loss for us, but hopefully we can stick together and bring it through and hopefully bring the title home again.
It was weeks in the making, according to Murten, as he will head to Vancouver and become the director of rugby with the UBC Old Boys Ravens. Murten's influence is well known, helping grow the sport around these parts. He helped kickstart the Lashburn Lucky Ladies rugby team with instant success since its inception 3 years ago. Despite heading to the West Coast, it won't be the last time Murten sets foot around the region.
The community of Lashburn have said I've got to come back, so I won't let them down. I will come back. And as I said, my partner's going to come back, so we're going to work together coaching him. I'm going to take him out to Las Vegas in January for a tour. So I want to keep heavily involved in them, and when I'm in Lashburn, I'll come and help these guys out as well.
And an update on the CPCA races in St. Walburg. They have been cancelled due to the weather. The CPCA will be in Meadow Lake, Saskatchewan, July 26th to the 28th for the Eagle Creek GM CPCA Canada Cup. The Bantam AA Twins started their provincial run with a solid win over Melfort yesterday and looked to make it back-to-back against the Estevan Haulers. Well, we could tell you good news here. The Twins doubled up on Estevan 4-2. Jared Foles pitched a complete game for the victory. Dylan Bosch, Trent Kush, and Darian Gamble each had an RBI in this one. They will now play the Moose Jaw Mallards tonight, and this is an intriguing one. Both teams are 2-0, which means the winner will automatically take Pool B. Much easier side, especially with the teams coming out of Pool A. So best of luck to the Twins tonight. We'll see if we can grab something for you later on in our cast at 11:30.